phone. I could see the live here.
7x7. What's that all about?
7 times 7, 49 to 13. But I have this thing with 7. It's been coming to me for the last year.
You remember that movie, I Am Number 4?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I Am Number 7.
I don't know. Wait, hold on, Rod. I'm getting a back feed. Hold on. Let me turn this off. Here. Let me turn this off because I can't. Okay. Okay. Make sure we're on here. Okay. Okay, let me turn this down. I think we're on. Rod, can you send me the your thingamajiggy, the two things, PayPal and
Oh,
please?
thanks to you.
I'm so late. I think we're on. Oh, we're on. All right. Hey, everybody. Oh, peace to the east, the west, north, and south. This is FleurBrun and Rod Hayes coming to you today in the November. Check on in. I hope everybody's well. I want to thank Rod Hayes again for coming into the house, into FleurBrun's jungle. Well, cosmic jungle. You know what I mean? I mean, he's not afraid to come over here and talk to us fine folk over here in this neck of the woods.
Yeah,
So
have you ever heard a rumor of a gorilla being scared of the woods?
that's right. You know how I feel about gorillas. Anyway, so everyone check on him. Okay. I want you to give a grandstand for Rod Hayes. Let me share something in the chat real quick. Hold on. Check on in. You know, we like to start at 500. And Rod Hayes and I were having a good conversation. Hold on one second. Let me just add something real quick. And then we will continue our conversation. Hold on. I hope everybody's doing well on this fine Thursday, Jupiterian day. Okay.
Thursday.
Thursday. Oh, I never thought of that. Thursday.
That's what Thursday is, Thursday. But
Huh.
you know what the character Thor represent though, right?
No, let me know.
The one who's worthy. You can't pick the hammer up if you don't have a pure heart.
Isn't that kind of like Hamlet's sword? Like, remember the sword of,
Same story.
is it the same?
Different, it's a different flip. So
Ah,
the Excalibur in Camelot,
mhm.
we talking King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah, yeah.
What most people don't know is the Knights of the Round Table is the Moorish Order of the Round Table.
Are they the Templars?
The Templars is associated.
Ah,
Okay,
interesting.
now the purpose of the Round Table is so nobody is the leader. They are generals,
That
except one.
360 degrees, right?
Yeah, they are generals. The only one not the general is King Arthur himself,
I didn't know that. I didn't
which
know.
is King Arthur is Inky.
Inky? King Arthur's Inky? That's a, interesting.
And
Rod
it's
Hayes is coming in here with,
the son that was worthy to remove the sword from the stone. His name was Ninigazita. Ninigazita was the baby brother to um what's his name? Marduk, Inky's
Marduk.
son Marduk.
Okay.
Now, Enlil wanted to replace Marduk, so he had a son and named him Marduk.
Oh,
So when you read the history, you don't know who is who.
hide it
You
hidden
know,
in full sight.
that's the same thing they did with the New Testament. The words in red is Horus and Isis. Isis is referred to in the New Testament as Jesus and Mary,
Mm,
like they two different people.
yeah, but it's
But
one.
the reality is the only person that's only mentioned once in the New Testament is Emmanuel, for God is with us, the Son, the returning Father through the Son.
Yes.
So when you look at it from the Knights of the Round Table and he's King Arthur's son, coming to redeem the father, which is the same as Set and Osiris, the same story.
Just another resurgence of the same story recycled with
And in
new
Sumer, it's
names.
Enlil and Enki,
Interesting. Yeah. Well,
right?
thank you.
Now they got a pantheon family tree in Sumer, and they got a pantheon family tree in Kemet. But they only have a limited Greek family tree and a limited Roman family tree. A lot of us interchange the Greek god Helen, which was a woman, with
Mhm.
the Roman god Helen, which was a man. The Roman god Helen, right, which was the man,
Mhm.
was Enlil's son, sent to replace Enki's daughter, Helen. They call her in Ragnarok, they call her Hela, Hela.
Mhm.
Right now, if you watch the beginning of Ragnarok, based on what I'm telling you, it's gonna blow your fucking mind.
Mm.
Matter of fact, you want to play it on here so they can see it?
Let me see. Rock.
I'm gonna
Hold
send
on.
it to you.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
You want it on Facebook or TikTok?
Uh, TikTok, I think. I think I could play it. Check on
Now,
in,
and
everybody.
think you're fine.
And I'm gonna hold on. It's gonna take me a minute to hold on. Let me look really quick.
I want to find it when she first come up. So hold on a second. While I'm gonna mute while
Okay.
I can hear.
Check on it, everybody. Rod Hayes is in the house. We getting straight into business. I hope everybody's well. Okay. Hey, 7 grams. Hey, Oracle. Hey, everybody. Peace, peace, peace. And for the Zombies, we'll be coming in post interview with Rod Hayes. So Zombies, take a nap, relax, listen to Rod, because we're gonna ride this long night shift afterwards, the after party. Okay, let's do this. Check on in. We're almost at 500, so we're right on time. And I'm going to have Rod Hayes talk about the amazing background he has up. He explained it to me, but okay, you got it. Thanks, Rod. Let me forward it to myself. Hold on. Okay. Let me mute real quick so I can share it. Hold on.
Okay, now when they say you die, you either go to heaven or you go to hell, right? You on mute, FleurBrun. So you either go to heaven or you go to hell. Now, who
Okay.
they tell you in charge of hell?
Who's in charge of hell?
Yeah,
Satan, right? Which
Satan.
version?
Satan is Lord Set.
Oh,
En is En mean Lord, Governor, Provincial Chief. So when they say Satan, they put the En behind it because he's in the wrong place, or
to
else it would have
confuse
been in the
us?
front of his name. Yeah,
Interesting.
it confused us that don't know the culture.
Hmm. Hmm.
But when you come online, you remember the culture. You begin to piece it all back together, and it's like you drawing in all these little metabytes of information on all of the historical information you ever heard to put the story together accurately. right?
Yeah.
So remember, the it's called the Holy Drama, and it's in every culture on Earth. The same story, but it's written with a cultural twist to it to suit the people of the area that's telling the Holy Drama. And the stars is played out as the Orion being followed by the black dog, right?
Hmm.
And then you have what they call the hero's journey through the zodiac. Now remember, the fool's journey begins with the tarot. The hero's journey begins with the zodiac.
Oh.
The tarot is lunar magic, governed by moon magic,
Hmm.
right? Astrology is solar magic, governed by sun magic.
Hmm.
So the story that they showing us is called the Holy Drama, and it encompasses everything from ABCs to quantum physics and all information that falls between the two.
Mm.
So once you know the Holy Drama, you actually have the keys to know everything on Earth that ever was. But now you have to train yourself to use the information to decode. So when you see the story playing out somewhere else, right? Then, like, for instance, the hell story. We know hell's description comes from Dante's Inferno,
Yes.
right? Well, where was that? What culture was Dante, right?
Hmm.
So when we look at Dante's Inferno, our politics is played out as Plato's Republic.
Yes. Yes.
It's political satire
Interesting. Yes.
that bridges the gap between comedy and people interacting with people,
Hmm.
right? So it's like a satire, a play. This right here, she just returned from being cast into the underworld by Zeus, who is Enlil, by the way.
Okay. So let me play
And
this real quick for the people.
hold on before you play it.
Okay.
Source and
So
wave.
Okay. I'll pause.
when she first come back,
Source
they
and
are overseeing at the beginning of the movie, they overseeing Zeus going into his 1,000 years sleep that they twin brother to death.
Mm.
And he's leaving one of the brothers in charge. He wanted to be Thor, but Thor not the rightful heir to Earth. Loki is.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Loki not the rightful heir over his sister, Hela. So what we about to see, Hela is approaching Thor and Loki having this conversation about the old man passing on and where we go from here type situation. And then
Mm.
here she come, she's about to show up, and this is how it play out. Watch
All
this.
right. All right. Oh, that's bad. I've never seen that.
Okay, so in first you can't even pick Thor's hammer up
Yeah.
without having a pure heart.
Yes.
She destroyed it with one hand.
Woof.
Now
Powerful.
you seeing the difference between matriarchal power and patriarchal power.
Yes. Yes.
Now, remember, she told Thor, you look like him, but you don't sound like him.
Mm.
Then she told Loki, you don't look like him, but you sound like him. Because Loki was adopted.
That's right.
He was the parthogenic son of the Ice Princess.
Remember that? Yeah.
So he's telling you the story, the same holy drama, because the rightful heir of the earth was put on ice. Because the ice is ISIS.
Woo!
They've been telling you the story in many different forms, but
Hmm.
because we don't remember the original story, they've been scrambling it like eggs. But nobody's supposed to figure it out until somebody figures it out.
You know what's interesting with the ISIS, even when this whole concept of ICE going around, taking in immigrants, that whole ICE, and even with, when Obama was president, the whole ISIS, it's almost like they try to demonize and they're trying to vilify and muddy up ISIS by bringing in certain terminology and using that to usurp the energy that goes along with the concept of ISIS.
Watch what I'm about to send you.
Okay.
I want you to look at the date so they won't think I just came up with this.
Okay.
Put that one on the screen.
Oh, wow. Hold on. I gotta, oh, wow. Oh, that's bugged out. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it up for everybody.
Cannot stress this.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up.
That's it.
ICE is on the land. That means ISIS is on the land. Carry on. Y'all see it?
Look
February
at the.
20th of this year, especially when all those orbs and everything's showing up. You know what I mean?
I'm about to send you another one. Watch this one.
All right. Every time you're on, Rod, my dog likes to eat on her bone. Every single time. Like she gets her bone, she forgets about it. And when you come on, it's like every single time it's weird. Okay.
Now look at the date on that one.
What? Okay, hold on. Let me share this. Hold on, y'all. Proof is in the pudding. Hold on. Okay. Let me grab it. Hold on. Hold on, it's taking a minute to send. Give me a minute. Takes forever for it to come through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if it goes through. I see a hesitation and it's coming through. This is interesting. Oh, here it goes. I got it. Got it. Got it. Bam. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me share. Can you guys read that? Ice is in the kitchen. Isis is in the kitchen. The love of the
The
house
heart,
prop. Say it again.
the heart of the home, the heart of the house, pride of the woman, but Leo, the lion, live in prize, meaning the matriarch, mama.
Woo! February 20th, 2021. Rod was prophesizing. You know, people say a remote view. No, you were remote prophesizing what was coming in. You felt the energies coming in, and you were detailing it before it actually arrived, as
I
it's
don't,
arriving.
I don't call what I do prophesying. You know what I call it? Reading the script.
Woo! Tell him, Rod.
Because ain't nothing new under the sun. I'm not making this up. We just coming back around to it once again.
That's right.
The old ending meets the older beginning.
Hmm.
Alpha meets Omega. They never said Omega meets Alpha. Alpha meets Omega.
Mm.
Omega don't meet Alpha. Omega is first. So how the last gonna be first and the first gonna be last if you don't switch them back around correctly? The
Isn't that?
Omega mother birthed the Alpha father. Isis born her Heru.
Yes. Yes. Hold on. Let me show it. Let me get it. Another one and another one. Here we go. Bam. Y'all see it?
It's buffering. It's coming up. There you go.
So look at this. Hold on. Oh, how beautiful.
And remember when I was just talking about the upside down, turned around?
Yes, yes.
It's in this post,
You want me
right?
to
It
read it?
said 44 Angel Bay flips the upside down, now turned off of all roads lead to Rome. Rome is a homonym for home, equals home is where the heart is, and ice is in the kitchen. In the kitchen of the Sweetwater, in the kitchen of a Sweetwater return of my honey pot, POTUS flipped a river flowing with milk equals titties equals udders equals the cow, cow's moo, arm equals mom on the anagram flip, right? And honey, can't see it. Can you blow it up some?
I got water. Hold on.
It should let you if you right click on it. It should let you give you the option, the magnifying glass.
Hold on. Maybe the way I have it set up. Hold on one sec. Not let me widen it. Should let me widen it.
Yeah, I can read it off my phone while you doing it.
Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, where'd it go? Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna start all over.
Okay.
Just say 44 Angel Bay. You know who Angel Bay is, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. Angel Bay flips the upside down, now turned off of all roads lead to Rome. And this is all roads lead to home on the homonym flip. It's where the heart is. Home is where the heart is, and Isis in the kitchen. Isis in the kitchen off a Sweetwater return of my honey pot. Flipped a river flowing with milk. That means titties, udders, cows, moo, arm equals mom on the flip. And honey equals money equals wages. Flips fair equals balanced. Off of a blue lodge and the red lodge flips a bear clan off of Yogi the Bear. Flips Cindy off a Winnie the Pooh is supposed to be in bear. Boo Boo redeems a polar bear off of a two cubs flips off of two buses. Equals bust equals bosoms equals breasts equals udders equals oars. So all this is code talk. On a boat flips for a sun on the water. I wrote her a familiar. She flipped me two familiars off of J.C. Penney flip a zigzag. So when you talk about familiars, I'm talking about pets.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So it flip a zigzag zig off of a dog's flips guides. Off of a penguin flips a sissy. A yissy is a ISIS.
Mm.
Met on a straight bump at 17, flip for a quid pro quo, something for something, knock back, tit for tat, off it. We'll do this if you'll do that. Oh, some of the words got messed up. That rolled me off of Mother's Deal, flips a sacred seal, off of a theosophy spiel. There is no religion higher than truth. Flips a Oribus. Remember, the Oribus is the snake with his tail in his mouth.
Yes.
A tornado. Flips a Orbis, flips a tornado off of a serpent, flip the devil. Seed to return a golden heart off of a penguin, flip a golden child. Uh, JC, who's my JC Penny, equals a Jack's Ace equals 11 over 1 equals 1101 equals 1110, born again on a 223, flip raise 22 off a two ball cane. 3 flipped out.
Your code of language is off the chain. Holy
All
cow.
that's
Like your
telling like that.
brain capacity is amazing.
So that's connecting like 40 different stories, right? But then you have to, so you pen a word, pen a letter, pen a word, pen a letter. Flip it in the mirror, mirror meaning it's the reverse spelling or the
Okay.
opposite spelling.
Yes.
So when you get moo, then the opposite is OMM, which
Yes.
is the anagram mom, MOM, right? So when you get up putting all that stuff together, we went all over the country with this off this one paragraph. Now the pictures also tell the story, right? So remember,
Beautiful.
Isis is actually the pharaoh.
Hmm.
The mother of the house is the pharaoh,
Yes.
right? And we know that the original Madonna and Child was the black Madonna and Child,
That's right.
right? And we also know that we use the slippers. You see those slippers?
That's right.
The slippers is the Hispanic, it's the chancla. Over in the southwestern tribes and some of the northern tribes, they moccasins. But when mama grabbed that shoe, you know what it means.
Hmm.
Mama's power. Right under that, where you see the number 40 at, no, right there. We all them shoes at. You see all them
Right here.
shoes?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, now that's an excerpt from Imelda Marcos cat foot collection, shoe collection. No,
Interesting.
this is not the one. This is a children's shoe collection.
Okay.
But later on, it should be Imelda Marcos shoe collection in there. She was known as the kingmaker.
Mm.
And that's why they attacked her husband. She was given the power by all of the women who sent her the shoes that they accused her of squandering money on because she had a million pair of shoes, but they was gifts from a million matriarchs.
Mm.
Made her the highest ranking female in the East.
That's interesting. In our
We didn't
tribe in
know
the
the whole
Caribbean, we
culture.
do that. There's a cultural thing that still is
Yeah,
relayed in Caribbean Taino, like the like shoes being like before you share into another tribe, you get zapato or shoes or like there's a sharing of that. That's interesting. I never knew that was tied in.
yeah, we call them slipper tribes.
Interesting.
Then you got the ones that come from the colder climates. We call them blanket tribes. They give
Mm.
you blankets for gifts.
Yes.
And the one who collected the most blankets, she's the one gonna have to pass them all back out before she leave this earth.
Wow. It's beautiful.
And she can only give them to certain people.
Hmm. Hmm.
So they make her live to be an old age because until the last blanket finds its owner, she got to sit there and babysit all them blankets.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So there's a ritual in the blanket tribes.
Would that be like, when they talk about the Trail of Tears regarding the blankets, could that have been like them usurping that kind of tradition and them
So
giving back blankets that were tainted?
no, they started doing that because we held it sacred.
Mm.
So they was giving us the tainted blankets. But on the Trail of Tears, the big mamas that was watching, because they called it the Indian train at the time it was going on.
Hmm.
And they would ask all of the people in the South, do you want to, the Indian train coming tomorrow, you want to go? And they was like, hell no, I ain't getting on no Indian train. This is my home right here in Mississippi, right
Hmm.
here in Arkansas, right here in Alabama, right here in Louisiana. We don't catch no Indian train. We was doing this before they came. Why we can't keep doing what we doing?
Yeah.
So the blankets that was being given was accompanied with care packages from the tribes whose territory they traversed through.
Okay.
They knew they was going to Oklahoma territory. They leaving the South. Everybody down south know it's cold up north.
That's right.
Everybody. It's not a secret.
Hmm.
So the mothers and the big mamas, as they went through their territory, was giving them supplies to survive the cold. And that's how you end up with all of these people um, with these blankets. And then some of the big mamas went to teach them stuff.
Yeah.
Like the tribes that took the ones that took sides with us, you know them
Of
because
course.
they'll tell you who we are,
Hmm.
and then they'll turn around and have the same grievance we have, but we know they're from a different genetic stock.
That's right.
The ones who don't want us telling who we is and who get all of the benefits from the government, and they get mad when we tell them we the original people of the land. Them the ones that got enrolled under the Dirty Moors to usurp and replace us.
Cosplayers. Yeah. Cosplayers.
Right. So
Hmm.
they taught them in the boarding schools how to pretend to be Indian.
Yes, yes. The re-education of the indigenous was to make them pretend that they were the originators of the indigenous tribes. They
Right.
didn't
Now
know.
remember,
That's why you see a whole bunch of people playing Indian, and it doesn't even make sense.
now if you look at what they was doing, what they told us, it was the reverse. They told us they was taking the Indian children and teaching them how to be like white people.
Yes, yeah.
But the reality is it when them schools was invented, it wasn't no white people. Remember, there were no white people historically in legalese into 1681. That's
Those
when
are,
they legislated white people into existence,
hmm.
right? So when they was training them to be white people mean royalty. The
Yeah.
royalty on this land was the tribes,
Hmm.
right? So when they was teaching them how to be white, they was teaching them how to live like the free people of the land.
Hmm.
This is what doesn't make sense. If the narrative they gave us was true, here's something that don't make sense. Historically, we know that they came to us to teach them how to farm the soil. The European colonizers that came over here didn't know how to work our soil
No.
because it takes a different hand. So if we ain't from here, how we know more about the land than the people that's supposed to brought us here? Don't make sense. It starts to make their logic disintegrate in its presence. The only thing that made sense with the Indian schools, because they called them Indian schools.
Hmm.
If you go into school to do HVAC, it's called HVAC school or
Yes.
heating and cooling school.
Yeah.
If you're going to be an electrician, you go to an electrician training program or an electrician school. If you're going to be a mechanic, you go to mechanic school.
Mhm.
So if you're going to school to be an Indian, where they going to send you?
To
They
Indian
didn't.
school.
They wasn't sending them to Catholic school, and Catholic school was a thing then.
Yeah.
They was sending them to Indian school.
This
Why they
is
wasn't sending them to Catholic school if they was trying to Christianize them?
yeah.
They was sending them to Indian school because that's where they was raised as orphans.
That's right. Uh-huh.
And given the information and the cultural identity of the people of the land, they don't know they ain't from over here. They don't know they Siberians, Mongolians,
Until they take a DNA
Huns,
test and they
and
see it
Bennets.
all in that
And
mix.
right, but then the excuse is the Bering Straits,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? But even that's a poor excuse because all of the Inuit people of Alaska, we call Eskimos, they know that these big old Mississippian Negroes came to their aid when they were fighting the Spanish on the West Coast. So they already know that the Inuits know they not the same Asian
Yes.
stock
Yes.
as the
Yes.
ones in the lower southeast.
Yeah.
Now,
There was a woman that battled me over indigenous and she was like, "You people keep taking over." And I was like, "How could you?" She was like, "You know such thing." I was like, "You don't know about the curry, the Kalika and the Taino?" I was like, the fact that you don't know that lets me know that you're not indigenous because your grandmother, your great grandmother would have already instilled and you would have known by the trades of certain kinds of artifacts that we trade between the different tribes that came to mainland. The fact that you don't know that, and I look like we have images, I look just like my ancestors today, just then. I haven't been, my features, my phenotype hasn't changed that much, but you don't recognize it because yours doesn't match because you're a cosplayer, you're a geoengineered, cabbage patch, I think they're hybridized in laboratories and they were created just like in Egypt and everything afterwards. They were taken over, taught, like you said, and trained to be something and to live in those territories to cosplay those previous tribes.
so in the Seminole Wars, I'm going to show you something as soon as I find this book.
Yeah.
Maybe they call it Seminole Wars. We call it Gullah Wars.
Mm, you're right.
Who's telling the story tells you who's talking. We don't acknowledge Seminoles. We acknowledge Gullah Geechee.
Yeah. Seminoles is a Spaniard name.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's a famous book. Got a picture of two dudes on the cover. Trying to find it. It's not coming up. This ain't the one I was looking for, but it's just to show what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Now, when you see this in the Seminole Wars, I don't know if, oh, you can't see it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. So hold on. Let me word that. Hello. Hold on one moment, y'all. I'm getting it uploaded. Okay. Let me share. Hold on. All right, y'all, let me share.
Okay, now you see the brother with the gun in the background on the left, and then you see these two, one is a Hun and one is a Mongolian up
Yes.
front.
Yes.
Now, they tell us that the one with the rifle in the back on the left is the runaway slave.
Yes, they do.
They told us the opposite of the truth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes, they
now
did.
when the Moors came over here after Columbus's expedition, they they wrote in a journal who was on the ship. They brought their servants with them.
Mm-hmm.
The servant's job was to serve the captain of the ship and the navigators and all that. They servants was picked from their wars. They had long protracted wars with the Huns under Attila, under the Mongolians under Genghis Khan and Kublai Khan, and then they invaded India, right, out of the Ottoman Empire and out of the Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they collected these people as prisoners of war and they set them up in Europe in what they call, I call them slave villages for lack of a better way of putting it, but that ain't what they called them. They were homesteads basically that they put them on, and they so far away from home, they just like might as well make life here.
Absolutely.
Right. And most of the time they was bringing young girls and babies anyway. So they have no memory of their life before that. So now they got to give them a fake history
Mm-hmm.
and label them as some kind of European. These same villages, they call them feudal settlements, is what they was called. But they were set up by the king, so he have a constant supply of soldiers. Right, and you got to remember that.
So they're breeding
These
them to make soldiers.
Right, so
Yeah.
they allowing the prisoners of war that they kept as booty of war. If you don't know what the booty of war or the spoils of war was, you won't even understand what I'm talking about right now. It won't make sense. But they was taking the women, the children, and the wealth of the land. They was taking the women for, sexual purposes, and they was
Yeah.
taking the children to raise slaves or
Mm-hmm.
servant classes.
Mm-hmm.
The servant class can never get a royal title, even if they have a bastard child from somebody that's royal. All of these bastard children of the harems of the kings was grouped together because they still still got father instinct to take care of your child. So what did they do? They settled them in what we called Khazaria. The Khazarians were the mulatto offspring um, of these people that we call Moors and their concubines.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they had a function for them where they didn't need a royal title. They could become bankers. They can count our money for us because that's my son. He ain't gonna cheat me. So then they become the lenders to other kings from other kingdoms in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and they steady charging interest. This is why they get kicked out everywhere they go. They start the war between two peaceful people. Then they come in as an intermediary to settle the war that these two people have for a fee. But nobody is telling each side that they are financing both sides of the war. They can't lose.
Absolutely.
Right.
Same with politics
Today
too.
we call them Swiss bankers.
Oh.
Now you remember when, okay, so the Spanish Inquisition come, French Revolution come, the great expulsion of the Moors in 1493, I think, was the final. Remember, Columbus came in 1492.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
finally exiled the Moors from Europe in 1493. They had nowhere for them to go, so they was porting them or shipping them to what was known at the time as Al Maghrib, because Africa wasn't Africa yet.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a province of what became later known as Northwestern Africa. This province was called Al-Maghrib. At the time that the Al-Maghrib was receiving the exiles from Europe, they allowed them to settle in a very specific city. One of them is called Fez.
We get the Fez hats. That's where the name comes from.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, the other city was I forgot the name of the other city, but it's in modern day Tunis, right? So this is where they was being
Tunisia. Is it
ran.
in Tunisia in Africa? You're talking about in Africa? That's where they have the oldest temp, temple, like Jewish temple. Interesting. Ah,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay, now while they there, they getting a commission from the Pope. The commission from the Pope is giving them permission to settle any lands outside of Europe that's non-Christian and enslave the people and to take the wealth of the people, right? They get this permission from the Pope. And once they get the permission from the Pope, they executing a doctrine of a crusade that became known as the white man's burden. The white man's burden was popularized through a poem by Rudyard Kipling called White Man's Burden, right? And you can actually play it, the audio to it on YouTube,
Okay.
right? So the white man's burden was the pressure that was put on them to settle the non-Christian world and convert them all to the church,
Mm.
right?
Mass
So
conversion
that
to
was
Catholicism.
right. So
Yeah.
this was done through a series of papal bulls that was already recorded in between 1100s and 1500s, right? They had already put a series of papal bulls in place. And then when they got ready to come over here, the commission came in the form of a letter called the most vile and bloody oath of the papacy. In the introduction to the letter, it say that the oath was to kill the kings, the chiefs. No, he killed the chiefs, the princes, and the people of the land.
Mm.
It was always reference to the males though, because they always wanted the females to fill their harems.
Is that why, though, in Jewish culture, they say that you can only be a Jew by coming through a womb of a Jewish woman? Was it that they were taking the womb because the extra mitochondria comes from the womb of the woman, so she held the rights to the land or that area or the culture, right?
Yeah, the Jewish law, they talk matriarchal, but they
Mhm.
don't practice matriarchy.
No, no.
They dictator patriarchs just like Muslims.
Mhm. Mhm.
And all of them was created by Catholics. Look, if you read the history of the Jews, they go into what's called the captivity in Babylon. You familiar with that part of their history?
I am.
When they went into the captivity of Babylon, they were stripped of their Torah.
Hmm. Hmm.
When they came out of Babylon, they didn't have a Torah. They came with two different books. They came out of Babylon with the Talmud and the Mishnah.
Yes, the Mishnah. Yes. Yes.
Those books carries the keys to the Babylonian blood magic, Babylonian sex magic, and Babylonian money magic that was written in Babylon by one of Enlil's sons named Ninursin.
That's when, okay, okay. You're giving me pieces of the puzzle. Okay.
Right. Now, the reason why they say we all sinners, because we are all born in his system. of money magic, sex magic, and blood magic.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're born in those systems, you are forced against your will without your knowledge or consent to participate in these same three rituals. You don't know you're doing it. So
Yeah.
you are automatically a sinner.
By default.
Yeah. But most of us don't know that sin was his own God in and of to itself. Long before Yahweh was called Yahweh,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if you look at it biblically, the one we call sin is not in the Bible until you see the word sin.
Understand.
So they don't tell you that sin is a whole deity. So you think that sin is a verb, something that
Yeah.
you do.
An action. Yeah.
It is a verb in the sense that if you practice blood magic, money magic, and sex magic,
You're all
you committing
participating in that.
sin.
Yeah.
Right. You practicing sin. You a sin practitioner. How do they make sure that you always practicing a sin right? They have you take communion,
Yes, and participate in the immolation and the replication of eating the flesh of Christ and drinking the blood of
drinking the
Christ,
blood.
which
And
is a blood
so
ritual.
it's
Yeah.
called ritualistic sacrifice.
Yes, yes.
So every church that has communion, that say, eat of my flesh and drink of my blood,
That's right.
is ritualistically killing the same God all over again,
Oh boy. You know, those of us
which
who
is
are
keep.
all Catholics, we know that well. Yeah.
Okay, now, what we don't know is that anybody who doesn't practice the sin rites has no party to any biblical claim one way or another. Because if you want your wealth, and biblically speaking, and you don't want to be a sinner,
Mm-hmm.
you have to escape the greed of wealth,
Yeah.
the love of the wealth,
Yes. Sure.
right?
Sure.
And this is why you got seven deadly sins, but you also got seven holy virtues. They don't talk about them because they want you to focus on the seven things that sin wrote as side effects of practicing the blood magic, the money magic, and the sex magic. What does it do? It creates laziness, sloth. It makes one greed, right? It makes one vain and self-haughty, right? Vanity. And you go through all seven of them, and they all tie back to one
So
of
it's a
those to
side
those three
effect. That's what it
systems.
is.
Yeah,
It's a side effect.
yeah.
Well, what's the other one
And
you said?
it's a side effect of the seven deadly sins is a side effect of practicing sin rites. They
Interesting.
develop your character where those are your prominent. One of those is going to be your dominant trait.
Woo, that's the whole United Fakes. Oh, well, the whole system, every country.
Now, if you look at the seven holy virtues, or you go to the 42 negative confessions of Mott,
Yeah.
right? The Ten Commandments come from the negative confessions of Mott. But at the time, Moses was getting old and he couldn't remember them all, so he only could remember 10 of them. You remember, he got exiled from Egypt. He was 40 years, and he was 40 years in the jungle,
So
so
he
he
was,
already 80 when he get his calling.
wow,
He get his
8, just at
calling, it take
8.
him another 40 years to free the people from Israel, from Egypt,
Is that the
because he
whole
had to first be
44
trained to be the
concept?
priest. Huh?
Yeah. Is that the whole
Yeah.
concept of like 44? You know how they say 44? Could it be like that 40 years, and the 8 represents like money or wealth or the infinite structure within that? No?
The 40 is a rank. It's a
Okay.
rank seat of a matriarch.
Okay.
It's actually 45 is her rank. Her husband is 40.
Mm.
It was 40 is Enlil's seat, 50 is Enki's seat.
Wow.
because Enki was born first. Then once Enlil came to Earth, most of us don't know this, but Enki was Enlil before Enlil was Enlil. But when Enlil came to Earth, they changed his rank. Then he goes to 40. Enlil goes to 50.
Oh,
Enlil gets the title Enlil, and now Enki, Prince Ea, takes on the title of Enki. So the Lord of the Sky, who governs over the fleets that traverse from the earth to the ship, that command of the ships was taken over by Enlil, right? So his name was Ninamner, I think. I always get them mixed up in Babylon. It's Nunamner and Nutamud, and which is Enki and Enlil's um, Babylonian names.
Nimrod, not Nimrod, not Nimrod. That's something different.
Nimrod not born yet.
Okay.
Nimrod is another name for Ninigazeta.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
Right. The character of Nimrod is also the character of Loki,
Okay.
right?
I didn't
Because
get
he's
that.
the only male heir to the matriarchal earth
Uh-huh.
through his mother, because she gave birth to him parthogenically,
Mm,
which makes him override all of the other ones that came here with a Y chromosome, because he's the firstborn of the earthborn, parthogenic son of the great mother,
that's right. He
coming to
was
redeem the daughters of the earth from the fathers of the sky.
interesting. He wasn't muddied up with the seeds that were there. He was parthenogenically, meaning more organically, or just it was like an inside job.
Right. So when you read in the ancient texts, it tells you that the daughter that was the wife of Enki, right, who she's been different people at different times in history, and a lot of these things we think as names are titles.
Hmm.
But at one time she was Inanna,
And Nana, yeah.
another time she was Isis. But the sacerdotal seat of the earth, she sits there. She has what's called a blood right covenant with the earth.
Hmm.
And if you look right here, right up there in
Yep.
this picture,
Yeah.
it's Ta'ert, which we call the great cosmic mother. You've seen her in Moonfall as the hippopotamus goddess.
Yes.
Now, she's not the one who's supposed to navigate the ship. The ship belongs to Osiris. He has to navigate the waters, what's called the primordial abyss, the noon,
Mm-hmm.
to go back and complain about what his wife did to Big Mama. I'm gonna send you that picture.
While we're waiting for that, everyone, please put a like on the video for Rod Hayes coming in, giving us some facts, some intellectual stimulus, some archival, like, like information that has obviously been suppressed and changed and shapeshifted over the ages. And those of you who are waiting on Zoom, you guys are going to be waiting. I'll after when me and Rod are kind of like heading out, we're gonna have some of you come in and add a question to it. Oh, oh, okay. I'm like in awe. Okay, hold on. Woo! That gave me like a brain orgasm. Wow. Okay, hold on. Did I upload it? Yes. Wow. I've never seen this before.
That's a different picture of the same thing though. This one is
Okay.
a different. This one is a different color pattern. But you see right here where my finger is
I love,
pointing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's Ta'ert.
Okay, so let me get these in.
This is gonna take us right back to where we started at.
Ring around the rosy. Okay, let me share it. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to be as fast as possible. I'm not the best with technology, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it slowly but surely. Hold on. Give it a minute to send. I got it. Got it.
So when we talk about deities, the relic, the oldest known relic of any representation of a deity
Mhm.
was the hippopotamus goddess Ta'ert. She has a human form too.
Okay, for sure.
So I'm gonna let you blow this up and read it so they'll know who she is. Tawaret is another name for her.
Okay, so let me
Tawaret or Ta'ert.
Taw Tawaret, Egyptian goddess. You want me to read it, Rod?
Yep. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. Egyptian goddess of childbirth. Tawaret symbolizes childbirth and fertility. She assisted women in the process of childbirth by keeping away evil spirits and protecting the mother. In Egyptian mythology, Tawa'et was a symbol of resurrection. She aided the deceased in the various trials and tribulations of the underworld. Tawa'et is seen as the emblem of motherhood. This is made clear in her role as protector to Horus and the sun god Ra. Look at her. Wow. Oh my God. I see so many images that they use with aspects of her right now. Like, look at this. Like, she has this head right here, right? And she has a long, ranking a lot of times with women, the braiding of the hair was like, almost looks like a tail.
It's alligator. It's alligator spine.
Oh my God. She's got the hoof foot and she's got the ankh. It looks like an ankh almost like a partial ankh.
That symbol is called a sa.
Oh, Sa?
That's a sa. Yep. SA.
S-A, look at this.
It is actually the symbol of the birth maidens, the ones who call doulas today.
Yes.
That's their spiritual protection symbol of Ta'ert.
It's interesting because during the witch trials, when they were killing off the women that were being killed were actually midwives and doulas and naturopathic and herbalists. They were killing
Yep.
off those women who had the baseline, the blueprint of that type of ritual, of this deity, probably. You know what I mean?
Now, before you go to the next page, we'll point
Yeah.
out a couple things to you.
Okay.
The presence of Ta'ert in the second paragraph in the gold writing.
The symbol of resurrection.
She is the symbol for resurrection.
Mm. Holy, that brings in the whole concept of, an incarnation, because resurrection is like incarnation. So she birthing children in, that is also a form of resurrection, coming back in. That's just how I'm pulling it in.
Okay, now the next paragraph, she is a protector to who?
She is the protection, she is the safeguard, but Tawat symbolizes protection, and she safeguarded both temple premises and households.
Not that
Not that
paragraph.
one? Okay,
The
hold
third
on.
paragraph, right there where you at, wait, right there.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
This is made clear in her role as protector to Horus and sun god Ra.
Now, from what we were told about Egyptian theology, Ra is supposed to be the end all to be all of the gods.
Yes.
But why you need her to protect him? There got to be some gods that she can defeat that's strong enough to conquer Ra,
Hmm.
right? Now, also, she is a protector to the sun Horus, but she wasn't the protector to Osiris.
Interesting.
You know why?
Why?
Because Osiris' protector was Isis.
So he already had his own. This goes into the movie. There's a movie called there's a show called Wheel of Time, and it talks about the men being the water to the women, and they were the protectors of the women who had the magic. So I think I know they're taking it from this. As you're sharing this?
That's the story of the Delphi priest, by the way.
Really?
The Delphi priestesses were oracles, and the men who were the priests used to get the message from them and then deliver it because they stayed in isolation in chambers.
Yes. It's amazing.
This is taking the same order of the concept of a mayor.
Hmm. Hmm.
The mayor is the town mother.
Yes.
That's why a mayor is a female horse.
And mère is also in French. She Mère mother, ma mère, yeah.
Yeah.
So mother and then mère and then that's interesting. Yeah.
So the town mother would send a guy out. Would be equivalent of a clerk to read into the public record any new developments that the people needed to be aware of. And he
Yeah.
used to read it in the public record every day for 30 days to make sure everybody had a chance to hear it. You ever seen the old movies where they unroll the scroll and they say, "Our Majesty has declared"?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, that wasn't going on in Europe. That was going on over here. And it was giving the mothers instructions to the chiefs of the land. Um, the women were highly connected in a telepathic web,
Hmm.
and they still are. But they begin to isolate the web because it got infiltrated by some females that didn't belong in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is
And,
like
and
almost like I almost feel like it's purposefully done.
it
Um,
was.
yeah. Yeah.
See, they catch one, make her sisters with a rotten bitch, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
now she love her because they grew up together.
Yep.
So she gonna let her into the telepathic circle. Once she get initiated, she gonna bring her sister with her.
That's right.
All
They'll
the
plant.
time, her sister is filled with all of the low vibrational energies of the female.
That's right. They always have a plant. They always plant a seed to the highest forms of the matriarchy. Yeah.
Yeah. So to break the matriarchy up in America, it was a spell.
Hmm.
They had the names of the 12 major priestesses, what we call big mamas, and they break it on the crossroads,
Mm.
right? And they chant their spell of what they doing as right before they break it.
Yeah.
So once they break it, because they all mirrored each other, it's called the shattered oracle effect.
Mm.
It's also that symbolized the same as the prince get violated by a man and rupture his root chakra. He's also called a shattered oracle.
One gets shattered from below and one gets shattered from the crown,
Yeah.
as
Okay,
opposed to
now
below. Yeah.
break the sisterhood up and you keep the women fighting amongst each other.
Oh, absolutely.
They won't remember the healing power of the sisterhood.
They feel it though, Rod. That when we
Some of
collect
them do,
together,
but some
yeah,
of them don't feel it as deep as others.
sure, sure.
Okay, now, you ever see the goddess glow up with Heidi Barbell? She be doing
Mhm.
those retreats for the women.
No.
Well, I had started sharing her stuff long before I ever had a conversation with her, and I was
Yeah.
explaining to people what she was doing
Yeah.
because it's ancient. The most powerful thing to do to help a woman heal is to have three women stand around her holding hands
Absolutely.
while
Yes.
she in the middle.
Yes.
They create a mitochondrial vortex that
Mm.
raises the frequency of the one that's ill to the degree that fends off illness.
Beautiful.
The women used to already know how to do this stuff.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just now they just now rediscovering it. This is what they you ever heard this guy named Greg Braden?
Yes, I know that name.
Well, he talks about the psychic healing
Oh,
experiments that they were doing,
yeah.
right? Well, the
They're contracted
women,
to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in that, they were able to find that the power of the mind to heal the body is absolute,
Hmm.
right? It's just the problem is that the people that's getting healed don't change their mind to match the new body.
Well, the ailment is always in the mind. The mind creates the pathology. And once you're able to alter the mind frequency, anything is plausible and possible. But you can't
Hmm.
heal someone and their pathology still remains the same. Okay.
Now, as you zoom in on this picture, you're
I
gonna
love
see
it.
you're gonna see Big Mama standing there right where your cursor at.
Right here.
Mm-mm. The golden hippo lady
Oh,
right
right
there.
here. Yeah. Right here.
Only on this image, she don't have the symbol of the saw in her hand. What does she
Mm-mm.
have?
A knife. It looks like
It
a
was a big,
oar. Or
it was a big butcher knife or a sword.
yeah, she has a weapon.
Because in her form as guardian of the right here is her. This is them telling us she is the guardian of the galaxy.
Mm.
Because all of these people represents zodiac signs and star constellations,
Mm.
right? And she is the guardian of the galaxy, the great mother of us all. We in
Yes.
her uterus,
Yes.
thinking we big bad shit in her uterus, having a whole creative universe in her uterus.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why we say God is a woman. What we perceiving as being black, infinite space, is just the inside of her uterus.
The
Don't
dark womb. Yeah.
Yeah,
The comfort. They
and
make
it's
everyone afraid of the
replicated.
dark, but that's where we were safest.
Yeah, and it's replicated only in the other wombs of the women.
Yes. It's
It's not
beautiful.
replicated in the ball and the orb flying around, none of that. It's only replicated in the female uterus. And
Is
what
it just,
happens in the
yeah,
female uterus? Creation takes place,
absolutely.
right?
Even with the shedding of her womb, there's
Mhm.
still millions of stem cells that still have that spark within the blood that actually, is released.
Look, if you look at nature, when the women menstruate, it's supposed to go on the earth.
It is.
When you go on the earth, all of the flowers, it grows new plant life based on your illness.
Yes, and all the plants around you will grow in necessity to whatever is
Right.
needed to the mother and the children.
Yeah.
That's why we bury, in our culture, we bury our afterbirth, and we build our herbal gardens on top of it because that will be helpful to our husbands, to our children, and for ourselves through the rearing process.
Yeah. So it's like if all of the big mamas be walking around with seeds in their mouth all day. Well, what, big mama, why you? And people be thinking she dipping snuff. She got a mouth full of
That's
seeds.
her DNA on there.
And then while she have them in her mouth, though, she's talking to them.
Mm,
She's not talking to them in words, though. She's talking to them in frequency.
that's right.
And she go around and she visit whoever's going to get when these seeds get planted, whoever is going to be eating off the plant is the mama she going to talk to with them seeds in the
Woo,
mouth.
that telepathic message, residual all
Yeah.
through the
So
plants.
she got just let's say FleurBrun, she gonna be feeding your family off lot 44 on the family farm with the fruits. And when she got the seeds for lot 44, she gonna put them in her mouth and come sit down and talk to you about your whole family.
Oh, I love it. I'm getting
Y'all
chills when you say
programming the healing into the seeds.
absolutely.
You know what we call superfoods now?
Yeah, I,
Those
I, I know what they call
superfoods
superfood.
are only superfoods because the women who programmed them when they were first created.
Mm, that's not the superfoods they sell in Whole Foods. Okay. Whole Foods. Okay. And
So
we were talking about that too, the power of the
yeah,
womb, but they're defiling, young ladies are socially engineered now to defile the womb. and they're socially engineering multiple generations. I can't just say because I would say, but women my age and older are also being affected by it, by defiling the womb. Even if one woman isn't able to create children, her womb still has power. It is still a stargate. It still has an effect on the frequencies of the family and her life and herself.
Unless they took it out of her and put it in the man, then there's going to
Ooh, I
be a
tell you.
glitch. It's going to
And
create a built-in glitch in the matrix.
And this was the reason why they were telling women to get hysterectomies and trying to take out their wombs, telling them, oh, you have rather than telling them to fast for 14 days, fast for 7 days. Anything in the body will eat itself if you're fasting. It will get rid of whatever, you know, nefarious duplication of, certain kinds of, because remember, anything going on with the body is mental. And when a woman or a person doesn't resolve it, it manifests in the physical body. And it can be dissolved with introspective, meaning when we go inward. So fasting is a form of that. And fasting tends to relieve a lot of these things. But of course, you'll never hear your gynecologist ever, suggest it. Even the naturopathic you heard about, I told you I had a midwife and she came in talking about, oh, we don't say breastfeed. And I'm a busty Babs. What are you talking about? You don't breastfeed, talk about breastfeeding is chest feeding. Who doesn't have breasts? You know what I mean? So they're actually training the midwives right now to utilize trans language and that kind of info in infective kind of for,
Indoctrination. It's part of the indoctrination.
yeah. Yeah. She said
Now,
chest feeding. Who the frick who's chest feeding?
but you do know men's mammary glands are perfectly
They do.
functional.
They do. They also release
I'm like, how the hell the men look up witch's milk?
oh yeah, I know. Well, you can well, there's women I don't want to get saucy. Um, uh,
Oh, no, pull it up because it's about babies.
okay. I was gonna say something else that you can like
It's about babies. But this is the evidence to show you,
okay.
you
Which is
know.
milk. Hold on. Let me pull this out. But there's a way to let me see, which is milk, which is hold on. Let me open it up. Tell me which one I look at. Okay.
That's showing you a product. It's a go to the main page, the main Google page.
Oh, which is milk for
This type in what is.
oh, here it goes. I think that what is which okay, what is which is milk?
Only reason it's coming up like this is because you're showing you on images, you're not on the main page, the
Oh,
main
you're
site
right, you're
page.
right. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Witch's milk is a term that refers to galactorrhea of the newborn, which is the production of a milky discharge from the nipples of newborns, regardless of gender. This phenomenon occurs in 5% of the neonates and is primarily caused by the influence of maternal hormones, particularly estrogen, that cross the placenta during pregnancy. While it may be surprising, this condition is usually not a cause of concern and typically resolves on its own. That makes sense because
So
really all
right,
children are
so
born female.
yeah. So if the hormonal balance if the mother's hormones are too high in estrogen, either male or female children will lactate.
Yes, it's true. That is true.
And
Yeah.
this is what they call witch's milk.
Ah,
Now, the
interesting.
reason why this matters is because it shows you that the men's mammary glands are functional.
Yes.
They
Yes.
work,
They do.
but they never get turned on because we don't have the right hormones to turn them on.
It can be though. There,
They
and
can
that
be,
goes in Sex
yep,
Magic
and
talks about that.
right, and then it also, um, um, what they use chemical treatments, hormone treatments for transgenders and men grow
Mm-hmm.
breasts.
Yep.
That means they're activating the mammary gland.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the mammary gland is the mammy gland, which is the mama gland.
Yes.
Right. So you talk about a land of milk and honey. Where you gonna get the milk from?
Mhm.
From the cow.
That's right.
Moo, um,
Moo. You know what's interesting? You said that,
anagram
and I
for
was like, oh
mama.
wow, yeah, I never realized that. And also, like in Sex Magic, there is a form of invocation that happens between lovers where a man's memory glands can be turned on by perpetual actions, and it can stimulate that aspect, especially if he's in love. Like if he has love activation, which kind of allows for, because love is never talked about, but love can alchemically change certain aspects of each other. Like we can alchemically change our partners with that love frequency. You know what I mean? So that can
Mhm.
also stimulate maybe a hormonal
So
inf
that does vibrate through the heart chakra, first of
yeah.
all. The
Yes.
frequency is the heart frequency. The color is green. So anytime you see a green aura, that means that's related to the heart chakra.
Yes. Yeah.
Red aura is root chakra.
Hmm.
Purple aura is crown chakra. All right. Now, when you in sex magic, when you talk about love and sex, the chemistry, oxytocin, female hormone causing uterine contraction,
Hmm.
stimulated by the areola,
Hmm.
right, to produce and lactate milk.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it also causes orgasm in
Yes.
large amounts,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Then, if the oxytocin is accompanied with something called beta endorphin, it now translates to the brain chemically that gives you an electrical stimulation to the brain that connects it directly back to the heart.
Oh, yeah.
And they call that falling in love.
Mm. Yes. Yes.
The mitochondrial host, your mother passes it to the woman she picked that's
Hmm.
going to love you like her unconditionally,
That's right.
right? So once she does that, you're going to go through a glitch. The man is. Normally, when he go through the glitch, he's going to behave asexually. Mitochondrial levels that are all the way at a low,
Interesting.
but it's about to turn on with vengeance.
Yeah. And what I was saying to women, when I share this, and I share this with all the women in our family, girls in the family, and also others, is that you shouldn't allow men to put their mouth on your breast if they're not have affinity for you. It triggers women to bond with males, even if we're not in love with them, because it triggers a euphoric feeling of connectivity to the males. So I always tell men, women, the first thing men want to do is put their mouth on you. And I tell them that is a qualifying act. That isn't a act that should be done with just anyone. That is a qualifying and that needs to be uh, quantified. And it should be coming from a place of purity because once he does that, it invokes love feelings, the oxytocin, that the way that we nurse, because when I nurse my babies, oh my God, I fall in love with them every single time. Like I would look at them the first time I nursed and I would fall in love, like literally fall in love. That's the same thing. Similar, similar.
So when you first does it, I was thinking we're gonna go right back to Sa,
Yeah.
doula magic, which
Yes.
is the understanding of the proper pair bonding between mother and child.
Absolutely.
The reason why they keep clipping all these umbilical cords is to classify the child as an aborted baby,
Interesting. Yeah.
but the fetus lives,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? The placenta. What's supposed to happen, it's supposed to all come out together.
Yeah. And you're supposed to allow everything to naturally lotus birth, which we put it inside of a little, container until it falls off naturally. The blood flow is still in the sac. You aren't supposed to clip that because the blood supply is still within the afterbirth.
Yeah, almost a third of the baby's blood volume is still in the umbilical cord and placenta. Now, what
Absolutely.
happens is when the baby is born, they're supposed to clear the mouth, right? Because sometimes they have remnants of the amniotic sac
Mhm.
blocking the inside of the mouth.
Yeah.
And then they have the fluid from the amniotic fluid in the mouth. So they clear the mouth, which also opens up the lungs, make them
hmm
breathe.
hmm
They're not supposed to spank you to make you breathe.
No.
They're supposed to hang you upside down until your lungs is drained.
Let it all let out. Like in Neo in the Matrix, remember? The thing
Hmm.
held him upside down, all that fluid came out of him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, when the mother get the baby from the doula, she immediately put the doula immediately put the baby on the mother's teeth.
That's right.
Now, the baby's umbilical cord is still hooked to the placenta, which is still inside the mother.
hmm hmm
But when the pair binding starts to activate, is when the colostrum
Yep.
is absorbed by the child. And then the oxytocin released to the mother at the same time, because you still have residuals from going through the labor process.
That's right.
But you get another burst of oxytocin. And she looking at the child, the chemistry of the child converting the colostrum into food, into energy,
Yeah.
changes the biochemistry of the newborn.
Yeah.
When the biochemistry shift, the baby then sends back through the umbilical cord chemicals that tells the mother's body to release the placenta.
That's right. Yeah.
And this is what they call the second moment of pair binding.
That's right.
That flood of oxytocin is going to come through, and lo and behold, that's the wrong child to play games with around that mama.
hmm hmm And when
But
it
when
does,
they,
when you release it, it feels you actually get another form of some women in a very weird, I don't know, again, there's women who are doulas that shouldn't be, but it's not orgasmic. They made it seem like it's sexual. It's not, but it feels euphoric. When that push happens, when it naturally comes out, that slippage makes you feel euphoric. It's a weird feeling. But it
mhm,
actually, I agree. It builds a different kind of bond with the child.
mhm, because it's important for the pair binding.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, when the mother, then she's connected to the child on a psycho-spiritual level,
hmm
not just the physical presence of a child being
That's right.
there. When this happens, now they connected.
Telepathy wise is stronger as well.
Yeah. So now, what a lot of people don't know, every child a woman have, she have her child's cells
hmm
living in her body.
Whether the baby lives or dies, whether it's
Yeah.
aborted or not.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
when the mother is in distress, all of her children's cells in her
good.
body
Got to protect
go to
her.
aid the mother in the
hmm
recovery or to fight off the ailment,
Absolutely. Yes.
right? And so this is why our mothers used to live so long with 30 babies.
Absolutely. And even so, again, in most cultures, still ancient cultures, women give birth to darn near where they're about to, we're able in a healthy environment to give birth well into our, later ages. And also the cellular memory with those children coming from older mother. Remember we used to say like a baby who comes from an older mother, they just different because all of the cellular memory that is inside the parents that goes inside that child. So that child has gained a certain amount of wisdom with a parent that has been here longer on earth. Okay. Babies coming from little ones, younger girls, very young, and women of a certain age, it's a totally different mindset, different kind of characteristics.
Yeah. And I also seen old ladies say that baby daddy an old man. They know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They know. And you sit there and you listen to what they call the old wives' tales. They tell you all of the old ways.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're listening to until you patch your culture back together.
That's right. That's right.
And you be like, man, we ain't doing nothing we supposed to be doing and everything we not supposed to be doing.
And we have to share with the young women, guard your wombs. Again, that's the gateway to the other realms. And in part, we were talking about that before we got on, participating, the young ladies participating in multiple partnerships is causing a form of delirium or what is it called? Like we were talking about what was his name? Freddy Krueger, who was his mother was raped by what, a whole bunch of maniacs, right?
And he was the son of 10,000 maniacs, and his mama was a nun.
Hmm. And that pathology was birthed through her womb,
Hmm.
right? So I always say the characteristics you want for your offspring, your future children, should be the characteristics that you choose in the partnership. And it should be solely with a person that you can develop that with. It's a
You
memory.
know, during the first trimester, the both parents can work together to design the development of the child,
That's
intelligence
nice.
level, communication skills,
Hmm.
athletic abilities, social interaction capabilities.
Yeah.
You can sit there and they call it marking your child in the old ways, right? So you will see somebody come out and they got a scar that an uncle got.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
And then you hear the mom say, you was arguing with your brother when you was pregnant.
Yeah.
That baby got his scar. Y'all must have been really at odds,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? Because whatever you really, really don't want, that's what you're gonna get.
Hmm. Hmm.
Whatever you really, really want, you can get that too.
And we also,
It's the same thing, it's just a matter of frequency.
yeah. Also with
So
trans, oh, go ahead.
when
I'm
you,
sorry.
yeah, when you got a person that you love, but you feuding with during the time of pregnancy, you are opening a reverse channel to draw their energy in.
That's right. Yeah. And then also, I think when you showed the image of what's her name again? Tawat, what's her name?
Tawaret.
Tararet. When she talked about resurrection, when my mother transitioned, it's part of our culture to put a mark on her so we know when she's incarnated in the family bloodline again. So we place it in a place on her body so when she comes back through. And it actually shows up. So usually a baby is born again, and you can
Mhm.
tell because that mark is on them that reflects who transitioned and the passing through, through. And that's why you want to make sure, young ladies, you keep your bloodline clean and healthy because you want to birth the highest forms of your bloodline, your mother, your father, those who transition, you give them a proper passage back through into your womb. If that's what you choose or that's necessary for your development.
Which takes us back to the Osirian resurrection.
Mm. Yes.
Osiris has eternal life, but he has eternal life through resurrection, through
Mm.
rebirth.
Yes.
So every so often he got to die, then be born again, die, then be born again. Each time he takes a different avatar or human
Yes.
body.
Yes.
Right? So the son becomes the father by embodying the highest expressions of the father. Right.
Yes.
So you're looking at the blueprint to ascend to the throne. The first heir to the throne in Kemet is the daughter Hetheru, or commonly referred to as Hathor.
Okay. Hathor.
Right. She's the first heir. The second heir on the female line is the lioness Sekhmet.
Like that. Yes.
Right. And then the first heir on the father line is Heru.
Okay.
Now, Heru is the title for every single prince that the father sired. Only
Interesting.
one is going to become Usir, the father.
Oh,
But it's done through merit. It's done through um, self-improving development on your own. When you leave your daddy house, are you still able to effectuate the changes in the people's lives that's needed to show that you're a competent leader,
Mhm.
right? So in Kemet, what they would do is when the prince get a certain age, before he receives his crowning as king, because it takes two women, the mother and the wife.
Mhm.
You're not the king without the queen mother's seal. The queen mother is the mother of the king,
That makes sense. Yes.
right? And you also not the king until you've been crowned king by a queen.
Mm.
So you need two women. So in Kemet, they show the two women holding up the young pharaoh, one
Yeah.
on each side,
Yes. Yes.
right? This is showing that he need two women to approve him to go on his rites of passage.
And I know this as ascension as well. Women give the okay. Kind of Brother
Mhm.
Panic talked about this too. In the afterlife, when we go into a form of ascension or outside of this realm, you need women to quantify you and qualify you to have that rite of passage.
Right.
Interesting.
So if you want to know who's a good man, ask the women that
Woo,
been
yes.
in his life.
That's right.
Because even the ones that he might have broke up with, they
They
still
still
don't
speak
talk
kind of
bad
him.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Just
noticed
because
that.
you
It's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know you're a good man at that point.
Yeah. Because they all speak, they may say, oh, I wish, blah, blah, blah. But they always say, yeah, but he was really good to me. He's good to his family. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good character. I think women should validate men through that. I think that would be um, a better way to verify if he's, healthy in a frequency, and vetting.
And now here's the side effect, the energetic frequency connection of the man that raises his rank that very few of us pay attention to. When he leave that track record everywhere he go,
Hmm.
and all of the women he done dealt with don't talk bad about him.
That's
They
true.
are supporting his mitochondrial bid for
Yeah.
supremacy.
Yes.
They signing off on him being the alpha male.
Yes. I agree. I agree. My daddy was that. My dad was like that. Yeah. It don't matter
So
what. Everybody speaks, and my brothers too. My dad and my brothers are like that. Yeah, everyone speaks. Even when we fuss, I never speak ill of them because I love them. Like, because, I'm a little out there, Rod, as you could tell. I'm like the sister who's a little different, right? You know what that's like, right? We're like the interesting ones in our family. But my brothers and my dad, you could never, no one has ever said anything unkind about them. No. Yeah, sure. Anyway, we're getting so nostalgic here. Well, I've taken up a lot of Rod's time and appreciate it. Make sure you guys give him a little bit of a little love from FleurBrun Brown Flower on his Cash App and his PayPal. But Rod, is it okay if some of my people ask you some questions and then I'll let you go?
yeah, we can do that.
Okay. So hold on. I already got them set up for you. These are my zombies, y'all. So I kind of qualify them from that. So zombies, get ready. I'm gonna pull a couple in. Oh, Latoya. I think Latoya, Nikki. Who else is here? Daryl. Let me see. I may pull them in impromptu. Let me pull in Oracle Eyes. Oracle Eyes, I'm gonna pull you in real quick. Make sure when I pull you in Oracle Eyes, take yourself out. Because we're going to do Zoom after this, but take yourself out of the queue and put yourself back in the waiting room. So come into Oracle Eyes. I love her. Her daddy was an amazing man. He was an artist in Jamaica. Big up to our brethren in Jamaica. Don't worry, the storm has come, but we're still making it through. Can't stop, won't stop. Come into Oracle. Hey, pretty girl. Oracle. Did I, did she go and eat? Oracle. She probably is like hearing us in the background.
Greetings, Mama. Sorry, greetings.
Did
Yes,
I catch you off?
yes, you caught me right off, and then I had to stop the other one to come on. But I didn't really even have a question. We were
Okay.
just, I think we're all just collected here on the Zoom waiting for,
Okay.
yeah. But I just wanted to say greetings to you and to Chief Rod Hayes. Thank you so much for coming on the platform again. Like your spirit, your vibe, the duo, it's just so amazing and fantastic. So thank you so much. Gratitude. And yes, someone who actually does have a question, I'll let them speak.
Thank you,
If you
Oracle.
wanted to
Put
make me
yourself
blush, you did a good job.
put yourself back in the queue so I don't have to take you out because I can't
Okay,
bring you back on. So put
I'll come.
yourself back
I'll
in the
come
queue.
out.
Thank you, my love. Okay, let's take in. Can you guys tell me on Signal who has a question? Hold on, Rod. I'm like that Sagittarius. I'm impromptu. I like go in your house, like knocking on your door, like 12 midnight. Like, yo, you got anything to say? Hold on. Anybody in Signal, real quick, tell me on Signal who has a question, and I'll pull you in quickly. Come on, y'all, quickly. Who has a question? Come on in. Who is it?
I'm the wrong person to see at your door at 12 at night, and you've been doing
I can't
something
knock
wrong
on
to
your
me.
door at 12 at night. You gonna come with your
No,
shotgun,
no,
bro?
look, I'm talking about. You said you'd be at somebody's door at 12, not knocking. If I'm knocking on somebody's door at 12 o'clock and they was talking shit, they probably shouldn't answer.
We used to punk people until I had somebody that I liked, and he always carried, right? But we thought we played like Space Aliens because I was into it, and I knocked on that man's window. We were playing. I was like, "Go, let's go knock on his window." And that man came. I heard click click. We just knocked down. I heard click click, and I was like, "Oh snap!" We not gonna be met with friendly fire. I never did that to him again.
Look, I don't bother nobody, right? So if I'm going over there to take care of something in the middle of the night, that's only because I don't want no witnesses.
Ooh, that's true. I like to
I,
play though. I'm playful. That's what, I like to play. I like to prank. I'm real playful. Even now, like I do it with my
I
children.
don't like being pranked. Don't prank me
You don't like pranks?
because I don't want to accidentally hurt somebody trying to prank
That's what
me.
I'm saying. Well, I learned my lesson, Rod. Click, click. Oh, that's
I
all
was
I need
watching
to hear.
Ashton Kutcher, Punked.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a few of them episodes. If it had been me, he'd have got his chin checked.
You can't punk people anymore because it's not that kind of party. You know what I mean?
No, but see, I always been like that.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
don't, I don't like people playing practical jokes on me because
No,
I'm a natural born warrior.
that's well, like,
I want to smoke.
yeah. So
I
you
just
just
don't want to
waiting.
hurt no innocent people.
You
That's why I
just
don't like to
waiting.
get pranked.
We're not gonna use her, but click, click. Hit the deck. Hit the deck. I'm forceful. You see us like running with our flip-flops. Okay, we got a question. Hold on. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, hold on. I got Aqua. Okay, Aqua, come on in. We got Aqua for a question. Come on in, Aqua. Hello, lovey. Are my sea stars the prettiest, Rod? They're so beautiful.
I can see her power in
Gratitude,
her eyes.
That's right. Come on in, Aqua.
gratitude, Fleur, and Chiefing with the Chief Rod. I have well. Remember, I was supposed to ask a question the last time. I kind of have two now,
Okay.
but the first one is vertigo. Do you think vertigo has anything to do with your ascension or any process with ascension?
You can absolutely experience vertigo when new parts of your brain being activated,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
right? And it'll make you feel off balance. So it'll give you what we would call the symptoms of vertigo. Might not officially be vertigo, but the symptom is so similar that you can hardly distinguish them apart.
Okay. And another one, like it's kind of a what I experienced, but also like a question if you have anything like elaborate on it. Like when I know I travel, and sometime when I travel, I bring back a smell from my traveling. So and then I kind of know where I'm at, but I haven't pinpointed. Like I do see myself going like underwater, or sometime when I'm driving, I can actually see myself in the other realm while I'm driving. Like, so I can see me like touching the flowers, and like I'm driving my car and I can look back and see me driving the car. But then I also bring back a smell when I come back.
The what is the smell like? Is it repulsive or is it a sweet smell? What kind of smell?
It's kind of neutral. It's just like a neutral smell. It's not like a sweet or sour or bad. It's just neutral. But
Like
it's weird.
like in the wintertime when somebody walk in, you can smell the cold on them.
Not quite. It smelled when I think about it, it smelled like earth, dirt, like earth.
Okay, earthy smell.
Yes.
Okay, I had to ask that because um the level of annoyance of the smell, meaning that determines the negative frequency that you've dropped to. When you don't have a repulsive smell or scent that comes back with you, that means that you was traveling in places you should have been. If you
Mm-hmm.
come back with a negative stench on you, that means you was somewhere you shouldn't have been. So I had to ask you, like, so I'm trying to get a feel for when you say you come back with a scent. Now, this is like if you in a dream or like if you physically leave and go somewhere, then you come back home.
It's like in a dream, like physical, like if I'm traveling.
Okay. Now, so the way that the mind works, and you might dream in smell as well as in sight or sound or all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have the residual memories upon awakening of what you smelled when you were asleep. Just like a person wake up and they dream play back to them real quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way, except you also engage in olfactory senses.
Okay.
Thank you, Aqua.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Aqua.
You're
Gratitude.
welcome.
Oh, go ahead, Rod. Were you going to say something else?
Mhm.
Okay. Can you put yourself back in the queue, Aqua? I'll see you in a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna take we had our C star. She found the question for you. Ask for, oh wait, I have a question from Capricia. She wants me to ask for on her behalf. Capricia asked you, and then I'm gonna bring Oracle, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Capricia asked you, ask Rod if you have a child with the NPC, what is that child? I remember him talking about it a couple years ago, but I don't remember the answer. Thank you, Capricia.
So the mother line is what matters. Your mitochondrial connection to the child. The
Yes.
father can be um, an NPC as long as the mother ain't. The baby can be either one.
Hope that answers your question, Capricia. And then we're going to bring our beautiful Oracle back in the house. She found a question for you, Rod, after I just popped in on her. Wait, where are you, Oracle? There you go. Oh, add her back in. Oracle, come back in. There she goes. Oracle. You in?
She probably
Hey, Mama. Hey,
Hey,
Chief
lovey.
Ron. Sorry about that. So as soon as I got off, I was like, dang, my question. So I wanted to know, Brother Rod, if you could give any insight as to what happened with this Hurricane Melissa. I know it tore up more Caribbean islands than just Jamaica, like Haiti as well. And I was curious as to pole shift, or was it deliberate based on them wanting them, meaning the Russians or the Chinese trying to take over Jamaica, trying to make it a smart city? And I was curious about the other hands involved that were giving aid to Jamaica, like El Salvador, what have you. So I don't know if you could
Mm.
give some insight into that, please.
the easiest way to tell it to you is somebody in Jamaica sold the people out.
Woo! Yes, man.
When they sold the people out, they sold the people out. Then they solicited the only countries that got weather technology is America, Russia, and China.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yep. I
Damn.
said it was China.
Well, Trump shut HARP down in 2017 from doing weather modifications.
Mm-hmm.
They can only do what we call stellar reading now.
Mm-hmm.
And he also, what we've been thinking for the last 3 or 4 years has been chemtrails, has been clean trails. This is what they was using to clean up the chemtrails. He issued that order in 2018 when he shut them down. Then Russia is not participating in weather warfare because of a treaty they signed with the Earth Alliance. So the only one that could have been that leaves is China,
What I
right?
said.
And um, the only way China would use the technology themselves. Now they have billionaires in China that we don't know about that also have this technology in their private armies,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it could have been an agent in China, or it could have been an agent from America using an American satellite, but that was not a natural storm.
No.
Mhm.
And the
Okay,
Chinese own all the ports in Jamaica. Remember that.
exactly.
Yeah.
It don't matter what they thought they owned.
That's
Mm,
Listen,
true.
I'm telling you all this now, y'all pay attention to what I'm telling you. The mothers of the earth is taking over.
that's right.
Patriarchs that's losing power is using every means of chaos they can drum up on their way out
That's right.
to try to suck on their last few sips of power before the last one of them is rounded up. Most of them gone. Like 90+% of them are gone. The official announcement of Dick Cheney's death is important because Dick Cheney was the only one that escaped.
Mm,
He had his private military ushered him out when they went to arrest him.
wow.
They still caught him. I told him, ain't nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Right? They watching everything. They know where he landed at on that little island down there in the Caribbean. He thought he was safe. And them SEAL teams was down there waiting on him.
Mm,
So they telling us the disclosure is coming out. The Filipino Big Mama, she is the one who just issued the cease and desist on all unsubstantiated currency. What unsubstantiated currency mean? Currency that's not backed by anything.
yeah, gold or silver or any
Right.
mineral.
Federal Reserve notes is an unsubstantiated currency.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Well, when she issued the cease and desist order, that becomes important because in 2017, one of the first things Trump did when he got in office was he went and got the charter certificate for America's gold from the White Dragon Society in the
Interesting.
Philippines.
Interesting.
He brought it back. They displayed it because now he has he's been given the right to go and collect our wealth from the Vatican.
Mm,
The response was when they went into the Vatican to get our gold, the Earth Alliance went in there. America alone brought back 650 cargo planes full of gold,
mm,
right? She can't issue the cease and desist order until all Big Mamas is in place. And she issued the cease and desist order. You want to play it?
yeah, please.
Let me send it to you.
Thank you, Oracle. If you could put yourself back in the queue and I'll pull you guys in when we're.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Rod. I appreciate it, brother, so much. Gratitude.
Yeah, it definitely was not a natural event in
No, no,
Jamaica.
not at all.
Jamaica had thousands of hurricanes. They ain't never had one
It's never been that bad. And where it
with
hit on Port,
such
where
short
Elizabeth is,
notice and such magnitude of force.
well, where they hit is where
From
the
from
oil
tropical
is.
storm to hurricane, yeah, from tropical storm to hurricane, and the amount of force it hit Jamaica with is too rapid to be natural.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Okay, I'm gonna share this and then hold on. It's still coming through.
So this clip we're about to see is important because like I've been telling everybody, this is not just us over here. This is global, right? I got being video sent from Australia to me of them doing it.
Yeah.
The islands, Samoa and Tonga, of them putting their parliaments on public notice,
Really? Hold on.
right? Yeah.
Oh, let me see. I gotta share this. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna share this. Hold on. Let me put it in. Okay. And while I'm waiting to do this, wait, hold on. Share. Okay. Share. The attachment. Okay. Hold on. Hopefully it comes through in the attachment. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. Okay, give it a second. It's going to take a minute because it's going to upload.
Mhm.
And for anybody who wants to, Rod, can you tell them where we're waiting for the video? Can you let everybody know where they can find you and where you're going to be on next? Many people you
I
have.
don't have any, I won't be scheduling anything before next week, and I will be limited on social media until I schedule something.
Oh, I feel so privileged that you came on. I'm sorry. I always come to you like last minute.
I'm trying to get all the way off the internet because I already hated social media.
Me too.
So this has been very difficult for me to stay on social media for 6 years, trying to teach the public as much as I can.
Yeah.
It's difficult because I hate social media so bad.
It's so unnatural. It's a very artificial world. It's hard to navigate through all the weird kind of, frequencies that may attach or try to attach. Hold on, hold on, Rod. It's not sharing because I think hold hold on. Every time I try to send this, let me copy it and see if I could send it another way. Because of the way the video is. Let me see if I could send it a different way.
I could pull it up and see the link to TikTok if that'll work better.
That'll be better. Yeah, if you could. Yeah. Because I uploaded, it's not coming through. I can't send it to myself. So Rod is taking a little hiatus. It isn't on the spaceship. He already let me know. He put me on notice. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. And once we share this, everyone, we will wrap it up. Shocked I can't send it this way. Okay, I got it. Perfect. This way I can copy it. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully this goes through. Let me see. It should be quicker. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Got it. Open up. All right, I'm going to share. Okay. Pause it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. On.
I am declaring the demonetization of all the currencies, not only in the Philippines, but all over the world. No more fiat currency. Because today we have the plate, the blue plate of our ancestors in the printing of all the 72 currencies of the world. I am declaring also the release of the quintal money, which has been printed a long time ago. I am calling all the people of the central banks of the Philippine Islands, release the money with our Lolo Aram, Raja Sulaiman. And besides, this is not your time. This is the time of the superpower of the divinity, wherein this is the moment we declare the divine monarchy at the same time, absolute monarchy in all over the global earth. Divine monarchy, global, and all the absolute power and authority.
Okay, wow. I didn't know this. What does that mean, Rod? Kind of let people know what that means when she does that.
It's a declaration of the returning matriarch taking back the power from the interlopers and usurpers. The divine monarchy is the great mother. She put the world on notice right there that the cease and desist for the fiat, which has already been damned by BRICS back to America.
That's right.
And she's going to the gold back currency. The blue plates. You ever seen the temple of Ishtar?
I think. In videos, I think so. I think.
I'm gonna send you a picture. It's called the Ishtar Gate. This is a matriarchal takeover.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. This is beautiful. I've seen this. Wow. Hold on. Y'all, I'm going to share it with you. Give me a second. This is beautiful.
The blue plates with the 72 currencies almost look like that.
Let me show it. Give me a minute.
Remember to notice the number 72 too, by the way.
72.
Yeah, 72 elders.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
The restoration of the matriarchal birthright. That's what she's announcing.
Oh my God. Okay, wait until you see this, y'all. Share.
Ishtar is another title meaning supreme matriarch. It's
Look
just
at
like
that.
Isis or Inanna. They all mean the same. Different cultures.
Amazing. That. Look at this. It's magnificent. Where is this located, Rob?
I think it's in Iraq.
Weapons of mass destruction. Maybe this is something they were interested in having access to.
The weapon of mass destruction was a weapon of mass distraction in and of itself.
Ooh, yes. Look at this. That's amazing. Breathtaking. Well, Rod Hayes, once again, you do not disappoint. Every time you come on here, you teach me something. You know, I back in the days I thought I knew a lot, but you let me know that there's much more to know and learn. So I'm really grateful. I want everyone to thank Rod Hayes for coming on here, gracing us with his presence again. And while he's going off to a little hiatus to relax a little bit from the woes of being online in this phantasmic world of social media, I want everyone to show some appreciation. So please hit him up with a Cash App or PayPal. He does not ask, but I think as a wonderful guest and coming here, Rod is just a wealth of knowledge. So I want to thank Rod again. So everyone thank Rod. And I want to thank YouTube again for coming in and enjoying this interface. So peace, YouTube. Rod, do you have anything to say before we leave?
Nope, just keep watching.
Okay, so peace out, YouTube.
You know my solar return Monday.
Is it really?
Mm-mm.
Rod's solar return is, that's right, you're a Scorpio. I should have known. Look at his face when I say Scorpio. You notice that Scorpio's eyes always go down when you say it. Scorpio, look at like he's
Hey,
Rod
look, the tonight is the moon in the seven sister alignment.
tonight.
Yep. Yesterday was a super moon.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay, now the seven sister alignment, the seven stars of the Pleiades is supposed to disappear behind the moon.
Interesting. What does that mean energetically?
The seven sisters put all the power into one in order to make the eight.
This again goes into Wheel of Times when the women came together and sourced in all the magic to fight against and to defeat the dark Kabbalists. Oh my God, that's powerful. It feels good though, Rod. You know, normally you hear me complain
Hey,
about the moon.
I'm surprised you said that. I got to send you this post. We got to share this last post before
Okay,
you
let's
go.
share it. Let's share it. I'm okay with that. You guys okay with that? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Hold on. I love it. I didn't feel crazy with this moon at all. I felt amazing, which, you know, normally I complain, but it felt amazing. I hope you all are still there in the house. Rod has not left the building yet. Rod is still in the building. The sick ape is still here. Stay in, stay tuned, you know? Okay, let me share this. Ba-da-da. Oh, copy. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me share this.
This is what you was just talking about.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Let me open it up first.
Look at the date.
Okay, let me open it up. Let me see the date as I opened it up. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me share it. Okay, share.
Hmm.
Look at this, y'all. Look at this, y'all. Oh my God, I was going to reference Angela Bass. You are what? Look at the date, everybody. November 20th, 2019. That's why the haters can't stop hating, right? Because, you know, these people have been on a long time, shape-shifting their ideology and their pseudo-truths, and you just been bringing it from the beginning. I mean, look at this. Calling all witches. Should I read this? Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Calling
read.
all witches. Solitary and covenant convened,
Covenant.
summoned. Every voodoo and priestess, Wiccan priestess, hermetic priestess, prayer warriors, nuns, Kali priestess, priestess of Isis, cult of Inanna, priestesses of Bast, sisters of Medusa, earth goddesses, fairy princess, Palladian Light Sisters, Seven Priestesses of the Forest, Ladies of the Lakes, Hoodoo Priestesses, Eastern Stars, Sisters of Isis, Sisters of Eve, Suhafa, Sufi, I know, Sufi Priestesses, Priestesses of Andara, Queens of the Earth, Rites, Daughters of Diana, Whisperers of Larissa, a name of no main may intonate.
Supposed to be no man may intonate.
Okay,
Men
no,
can't properly pronounce her name.
interesting. Dreadlock Rasta Mamas. All hail by the orders of the great Queen Mother. Your day is upon you to restore balance to the earth. What you already do that elevates you to joy, Mama said that it is enough in your best space. While your heart is open and your spirit is free, call on the Mother Earth to awaken. Awaken the great Mother Earth to expel the evil presence that has had all trapped in the cycles of redundant ignorance. Use the sacred atone to undo the evils and free all humanity of the evils of the enemy we all suffer under. Reclaim your birthright. Dance, all you women who find joy to the spirit in dance. Use your cultural dances, pop culture dances, tribal dances, church dances of the soul called shouting. While you paint, sew, clean, cook, clean, work, play, drink, smoke, whatever you feel will allow you access to your earth connection and find your great power. There you intonate the sacred atone in sports science history. Call on the Mother Earth to bring her healing vibration upon us. As the Queen of Heaven showers her blessings from above, she shall cleanse from below. Unleash the meek yet mighty army of the everlasting, ever living, eternal Queen of heaven and earth. The return of the ancient chaos queens, Ma'at, Karma, Akash, as three sisters to the rollout to the deeds of all, and all shall account upon the calling of the mothers, sisters, and daughters of earth. Free yourselves, free your sisters, free your daughters. This is a mission as it is in heaven. Now let heaven be upon earth. That is powerful. What? Rod Hayes. I am so woo. Now look at this, y'all. Look at this.
Now you see where you see 32 at? It's more pictures. You can just go through the pictures and you're gonna see
Look at
all of the different.
We used to commune in the forest until they weaponized the forest by creating, apex predators hibernized in the
Listen, when
government.
y'all was in y'all power, the animals would watch y'all do y'all rituals, even the
That's
predators,
that's
but
right.
they wouldn't interfere. They stopped y'all from using the woods with the Salem witch hunts because they caught a group of
That's
women
right.
out in the woods. They started murdering them
That's right.
and
They did.
calling them witches.
Hold on. It took off my page. Let me go back. Why did it do this? They didn't like the power. I got the power. Hold on. I'm gonna get it back. Hold on, let me get it back, y'all. That is too powerful. I gotta show the pictures. I know we working on the ether right now. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I gotta get it back up. I was feeling it. Let's see, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm gonna try to change it. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, let me open and share again. I got the power. Bam. Here we go. Look at this magic. Let me move this. Oh, beautiful. They keep doing it because Facebook, I'm not on Facebook on here. Bastards. Hold on. All right. Try one more time. I don't stop, Rod. I keep going. One more time. Three's a charm. Let's get it in. Can't stop, won't stop. Let's go back to the sisters. Okay, got it. I got it. I got it. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay, here we go. One more time. I'm not going to go into the 32 because it seems to bring me out, but I want everyone to look at these images. Look how beautiful. I love this image of Angela. She that was in anyone who watched the what is it, the horror stories, American horror stories. It's like the best image. Look at the cistern in the forest where we used to be. Okay, it's not gonna let me do it. All right. But I think that's powerful. The fact that you posted that in 2019, you already felt our revolution was stirring. You know what I mean? I want to
Uh,
thank, good,
Actually, that was one of the. I had to put that post up to get the permission from enough women to
you.
proceed with taking y'all through the steps of taking our shit back.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Ready,
That's the
willing, and able, right?
yeah, that's the 50 sisters.
Oh, the sisterhood is back. It feels really good. Yeah, I mean, don't worry, everybody else. We have a long memory.
I got one more post you gotta see.
Rod is Rod is ready. Go ahead, Rod. You know I'm a late night sister. I'm cool with it. If you got the energy, I got the time. Everyone, please give Rod Hayes a thank you and much appreciation for coming on and doing this with y'all. And he's doing it right before his solo return. And he's taking a little. I love this. I almost feel I'm really grateful. Thank you, Rod. So wonderful. You know. And gentlemen, don't get pressed. Rod comes here once in a while. Be nice, okay? I don't invite many gentlemen on my page, so be appropriate. You invoke a little bit of competition when you come on here, Rod. They get a little ruffled up when a male comes on here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna share this. Hold on, waiting. Go play. I got the power. I'm gonna play it. We break our heart. Got the break. Okay, forgot who sang that. Here is the dome. Because I don't.
I
Jump with the
can't
rhythm, jump, jump with the rhythm, jump, jump.
this way.
This is so appropriate. Return of the Matriarchy. I told you the Seraphim are back. The Andromedans are here. Oh, it's so appropriate. I'm feeling empowered during the moon, so the moon is not doing what it used to do to me. It's a great day on this simulation.
Wait, this ain't right.
Are you guys still there? They're still here. Hey, everybody on YouTube. You guys are still staying around. I love it. Oh, Snap is the group name. Thank you, Taste My Melanin. Snap. That was the group name. Oh, oh no, CM Music Factory. They said CM Music Factory. I think that was it.
CNC Music Factory.
Yeah. I love that song. They were all ramped and they were all amped up in that video. The power, you know, those were the days. I'm still, no, I shouldn't say those are the days because I'll still jam that tonight, tomorrow. Thank you, Miss Melina. I like that name, Melina. It's very witchy. Thank you, Miss Melina. I love his background. That's like perfect to have like in like the library. I want to make a library for you. That's like my dream. I'm going to tell you something after we get on that you did and you didn't even know you did. I'll tell you after.
I do have I got a library worth of books already. I just gotta have somewhere to put them.
That's what I'm saying. I'll tell you.
They all in my I got them all in totes. Like I got stacks of totes with
Oh,
books in
I
them.
love books. You know what? My mom and grandmother are like big bookinistas, and I like the smell of books because they used to drop me at the because the library is like we used to stay there all the time. I know it's geeky. That's why I don't know. It's okay to be geek. I've come to terms with my geekiness, but we used to hang out at the library because my mom used to get a host of books. But I like the smell of books. I love the smell
Yeah,
of old books.
yeah, me too. Um, you know, my favorite scent when I used to study was the New Orleans had a scent called the All,
Oh,
and all Malachi books when I used to order them
yeah.
smelled like it.
Really?
If like I go straight into reading mode if I smell that scent.
So it's like an energy attached to it. Yeah. There's
It's
something
kind,
to it
it's
though,
kind of
too.
weird.
You sent it?
I gotta. I'm having a hard time
Don't worry about
navigating
it.
this my new Facebook, but I really want you to check this post out.
Yeah. The smell of books. Yeah. I used to tell when I didn't really date very long. I just got married. But before my ex was dating me, the way that he got me to talk to him is he bought me this really big book that I was looking forward to for the longest time. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, okay. You've hit my literary interest. A good book will do it. Gentlemen, listen to that. Not saying all women who read are decent people, but it just speaks volumes to a woman or a girl who likes to engage in reading certain kinds of literature. It speaks, to who she may be, who you may want to birth a child with. How about that? Okay. I know a big butt and a smile is like poison. Maybe not, because actually that's not true. A natural big booty actually has all of actually women with the biggest bum bums, naturally, they actually give birth to smarter children. Did you know that, Ral? Because of
I
all
wouldn't
the,
be surprised.
yeah, because of all the, no, because that has actually a lot of, when you take fish oil, it's got a lot of this certain kind of fat, that visceral fat that allows for the brain to build, because the baby takes a lot of that visceral fat. Oh, I got it. And
That's
converts it.
that's a different one. Remember when I told you I'm number 7?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I was looking for something else and ran across it, so I had to send it to you.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me take this. Oh, that's like my thing too. Okay, hold on. Where was in sync? Okay, hold on. Copy. Let me send it. Seven's been coming up ever since my mom transitioned. It's been really powerful, but it's like everywhere. It's the sevens and sevens. So I'm like 7 times 7 is like my new theme. It just came strong too. Okay, let me get it. Let me get it. Let me grab it. Look at all these things I have open. Hold on, Rod. Out of control. Out of control. 7. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to share it, y'all. Bam. Boom. And it was on September 7th. Sep and 7. Wait a second, Rod. Did you get that? I'm such a geek. Wait, you got it, right? Like Sep?
Yeah,
Because Sep is really 7. And then you have it on the 7th, the date the 7th. Anyway.
yeah.
22 raises a capstone, a black stone, hominin, reveals a peace stone, flip to the BGDN, Black Gangster Discipline Nation. I know them off. A four-corner shuffle flip, a solid O off, A4 corner shuffle flips, 44 on an angel, bay, peace stone right, hand conceals the left hand, 128 equals 1 flip 7 on 4 corners. On a 7 to 4 flips, 129 equals 1113. Off a conjure of sacrifice reveal sacrificial lamb out of the 130 equals 13 queen mother seals. Explain. This was in 2020 you did this.
Mhm. This was a communication um, that was to reach the tribes that was dispersed in the Chicago area and to send a spirit knock to their leadership,
Hmm.
tapping into the universal consciousness.
This is amazing. It says chief cornerstone, the stove, which, wait, hold on. Let me read this. It says chief cornerstone, the store.
The stone the builders rejected.
Oh, wow. Has become the chief cornerstone. Interesting.
The cornerstone becomes the capstone.
Oh,
When he becomes the chief cornerstone, he's no longer a cornerstone, it's a capstone. The cornerstone is the rook, the El Rookin on the chessboard. The El Rookin is Angel Bay that we was talking about in that writing.
yeah.
The GDN is the used to be Gangster Disciple Nation, now it's the Growth and Development Nation.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Right. And the VL and the Solid O, those are four corner hustlers and vice lords I'm talking to. They know their own lingo,
Yeah.
so they don't need me to explain it to them.
No.
So when we go through the talk through the communique,
Yeah.
right? Now what happened is somebody from all these tribes gonna read this.
Hmm.
And then they all connected to their tribe in their subconscious mind.
Yeah.
They energy is projected to their leader. When enough of them see it, it automatically tells something to their leader. And he's gonna have a dream, a vision, or he's gonna have a strong intuition of what's taking place. That's why for some reason I can't find that one, but I'm gonna send it to you as soon as I find it.
And then
Crazy.
I'll post it on my community. God, your brain. I said that negative roosts have the capacity of holding archives of information that are part of the collective hive. Like you're able to pull in all forms of it. Like even, when we come on here, sometimes it's not, it's just like let's just talk because you just know everything. You come on here and just chop it up. It's your mind is really vast. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. All right.
Well, really what it is like a bridge. Everybody that uh, I have a conversation with
Hmm.
and they understand what I'm saying,
Hmm.
they contribute to my repository of psychic influence.
Mm, I understand
The
that.
ones who disagree with me, they only can contribute if I'm right.
Oh, interesting.
They can disagree with me all they want, but if I'm right, their disagreement is my approval.
Ooh, I like that.
Those are called, that's the left hand plan.
Yeah, the disagreeables. Don't they call them the disagreeables?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So if enough disagreeables disagree with me and I'm absolutely right, it worked just like a whole bunch of agreeables
that's
agreeing
right.
with you when you're right.
Absolutely. Yeah, yep. The opposition shows the truth. Yeah,
Right. So
absolutely.
it allows me the ability to understand several different concepts.
Mhm.
The 100 monkey effect is one.
Yeah.
The telepathic link between tribal members by believing the same thing and following the same literature, they all on the same mental frequency,
Mm,
right?
true.
Once I communicate with them and I understand how they operate and what
Yeah.
their literature say, now I can communicate with their leadership by tuning in to their frequency and
Yes.
allowing
Yes.
the egregore of that tribe to talk to the leader.
Well, I kind of did that with you because I used to, when you first came on, right? I told you I recognize you, but that's something different. But I remember you
Mhm.
were talking, and I was like, I don't understand what he's saying. You were like, flip this, that. I was like, wait a second, I gotta tune in. It's like the Martian language. I was like, wait a second, I've got to like tune in. I know it's so like Star Trek. Like I was like, like Buck Rogers. Wait, I got it. Oh, wait. oh, snap. And then all of a sudden, I swear to God, Rod, I swear to God, like one day I just understood the language. It's
That's when you wrote all
wild.
that stuff.
Huh?
That's when you wrote all that stuff. You was
Yeah.
chanting.
Yeah. But that's, and when we're, I'm gonna, kindly, I'll tell you something else when we're leaving. Anyway, me and Rod could talk forever. I swear to God, I don't want to hold them hostage. I already did. Rod, it's not my fault we went over time.
I know
I
that's
give,
on me.
I give you all the credit. Okay? So you can't hold me to it next time I have you on. You feel like, don't hold me on. I didn't do it. Okay? Okay?
No, I was gonna
Everyone.
do something after we got done, but I ended up canceling.
Oh, see, thank you,
So
Rod.
I just had the extra time, so we was talking, so I just wasn't in no hurry.
I love it. I'm not gonna say no. I'm a yes kind of girl. Anyway, so to everyone, thank Rod for coming on today. I want to thank YouTube for everyone holding attention and really just give him some love. His born day is coming up. Celebrate. I'm gonna have play a song for you that day. I gotta figure out what song I'm gonna play. I'm gonna telepathically pick up the song. Okay? Play a song.
I tell you what,
I'm a bake on your
play,
behalf. Huh?
play, play, Marvin Gaye. I'm going home.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna play that on your born day and I'm gonna make you something esoterically, like energetically. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you, Rod, for coming on. I want to thank everyone for coming on and joining Rod today. Please give him some love. And we will come back and Rod will come back when he feels. That's just what it is. Okay. So peace, you two. Hold on. Okay.